Good morning, good afternoon, good evening as always. Whenever you get to watch this video or wherever you're watching from, this is Robbie Hood, and you know this is my transfer pick for the week. Starting of course from Spain, Barcelona are now in talk with Man United to try to bring the signature of Macaraj to their boat because they have missed out on Nico Williams and also cannot get Luis Diaz. While Barcelona are doing that, Real Madrid are also going for a player from Benfica about Kekera, the man who 2 years ago was in United boat but did not have the chance to prove himself with everything. Had away from that, that's the only show this evening. Former Madrid player, or former Madrid player, current PSG player, of course, Asensio, the man who had a long deal with Aston Villa, is rumored to be heading to Fenerbahce to join John Doan, who they signed on loan from Man United. Still on the transfer market, while of course Eddie Dzeko left Fenerbahce to sign for Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A, while of course Sergio Immobile, former player from Italy of Lazio, have now signed for Bologna on a 1-year contract for the team, probably to get more deal. Of course, away from that, Ajax, who did terminated the contract of Jordan Ederson, has now seen this man heading to England once more, and we understand he has 2-year contract in place to sign from Brentford. While that's on the place, also how of course they've been just told you from last weekend that Arsenal are going to sign new players, and this week they already made 2 signings and 1 is on the way. The last of course, Matheus Mendy has been unveiled, alongside Christian Nogard, 2 players coming in from Sociedad and Brentford, respectively. While the one on the table this evening for Arsenal is None Madueke, a player who they have agreed a deal with Chelsea for around 52 million. Away for that, Tottenham Hotspur, another team from London, have really made a signing for this week. They brought in a man from West Ham, another club, Mohamed Kudus, and they are also in line to sign Morgan Giswa. But for now, that seems to be on the blockade because Nottingham Forest are saying they did not take the right channel to sign this man. Of course, Nottingham Forest, just as mentioned already, they already made 2 signings. Igor Jesus from Botafogo, and recently they brought another defender, Yuri, also from Botafogo, to try, of course, for the team. Kona is the man for that Botafogo team. But for that, 2 players on the show this evening is Nottingham Forest have given Newcastle a player for next season. Anthony Elanga, we told you last week, was on the table for Newcastle, but now he's going to be signing a new deal for the club after successfully undergoing medical. So we're waiting for his unveiling for the club while Anthony Elanga is currently going on in that deal. With that, that's on the show this evening is the fact that Man United are still trying to bring in a player of Brandon Bemo, while Tottenham Hotspur have brought in Mohamed Kudus. Of course, Morgan is right on the way, and also they have one deal in place for Young Wizard, which they believe they can still get through. For Chelsea, we told you already last week, they are going to make official signing of the players they had on the table, and they did that by bringing, of course, Gittins from, of course, Borussia Dortmund, and also Joan Pedro was also unveiled, and the man also was featuring. I watched the feature twice for them already, and he also scored 2 goals. While that's going on, we understand that one player might be leaving. The last, of course, the last of Nicolas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku are probably 2 players that might not stay with the club. Well, that's on the show this evening. How, of course, Sunderland also made the signing from Brighton. The last, of course, the Simon Adwinga, the man who played for Brighton last season, will be playing from the Stadium of Light from next season. The transfer market, one of course, Victor Osimhen is still a target for, of course, Galatasaray, but it seems to be a big block for Napoli to allow this man go, even after seeing the trigger of his, of course, contract from the Galatasaray. I think the transfer market, one of course, from rumors, how of course, Leo Shoma are heading in from, of course, Brighton players, that of course, Ever Ferguson also for the transfer market. Everton also make a signing from Villarreal in the player, of course, likes of a player from Tino Barry from Villarreal. Also in the transfer market, of course, likes of Newcastle also are talking about assigning a goalkeeper for Bowling. Also, that same week we told you that, of course, Kai Walker was going to sign for Bowling, and that DD came true over the weekend. As we saw him sign. Joan also from Fenerbahce, we told you already. He got called Brighton, also bought in the left back from Club Brugge. Of course, the Sofra, of course, line now that signed the contract extension. From we'll be looking at just game Justin will be going to, of course, the Besiktas on loan. Asgard was signed by, of course, Rangers from Luton Town. And most of that transfer rumor, how, of course, is the likes, of course, Anthony Vibetis, the likes of course, Nunes. I'm talking about Nunes from Napoli and Jadon Sancho from Napoli and Juventus. But for now, this is how we wrap it up this weekend. We're going to try and talk more of these stories if they come to bear for next week. But for now, I will say you keep liking, keep watching, and keep waiting for what is coming next. This is Robbie Hood. I'm signing out this week. Thank you.